What's up, YouTube? Back again with another lens review. I've been wanting to do one for quite some time, just haven't been able to, and I hadn't have enough footage to do so. I'm going to be doing it over the Sigma 24-70 f2. So f2.8, and this lens is amazing. It was exactly what I needed. I currently have it on the Sony a7 IV, and it's awesome. And let me just say right off the bat that this thing is a beauty. It is made out of really good materials. I'm actually gonna take it off the camera. I just want to show you guys some quick shots of it on the body to see how it looks. This is on a Sony platform, and I think Sigma does make for other manufacturers the 24-70 Mark II. But I'm gonna tell you why I got it to begin with, and then I'm gonna tell you the good things about it, and then there is one or two little things that I don't like about it, but it's super minor, and I don't even think they're worth not getting the lens for, because the pros completely outweigh the cons. So let's get into this lens. Right here is built solid, quality materials all throughout, primarily a metal body. So you got a metal body all throughout the lens itself, and some of the rings are like a rubber material, feel nice and sturdy, and as you can see here, it feels good on the hand, nice and grippy. So I haven't really used it in the rain, but my hands do get sweaty. I have shot in the heat because it's Texas where I live, and it is really hot, so my hands get sweaty when I'm outside, and I have no problem adjusting, making fine adjustments at that. This ring out here is the focus ring. The rubber ring here in the middle is the zoom ring, and the metal ring on the side, which feels really good as well, is the aperture ring. And I'll show you guys the aperture markers right here. You should be able to see them. So you got your 24 all the way to 70. Great lens. It does extend. It has an extended barrel, but I've never had no problem with it. I know some people are opposed to an extended barrel like this because, one, it takes up more space, but realistically, it's not that bad. Secondly, they're worried about dust. This does have some weatherproofing, so really you don't have to worry about it too much. I do see some dust getting in there, maybe. I've used it a lot and I have no dust, man. And this goes in between my bags, my office, my car, you name it. It's just everywhere, and look at that, clean. I've never cleaned that before. It looks like that. It looks good. I mean, I can't find a speck on it. So the camera itself is pretty good. The materials don't really hold a lot of dirt. It's metal, so a lot of stuff just comes off of it. And like I said, this thing is very, very well built for what it is. It has a locking mechanism, so the lock here is this one's for the autofocus, so you can go to autofocus, manual focus, just quick switch, and then the other lock is to hold the zoom from not moving. So now I'm trying to move it and it's not moving. Now while it's locked, you can put slightly more pressure and it bumps out, but if you try to do it while it's locked, you got to put a little bit more pressure when you turn. But other than that, this lens is amazing. And another feature here, and this one's a click, it's for the aperture ring. Same feature, lock it, and it's a little harder to move the aperture ring. These are quality features that a lot of lenses do not have. I'm actually kind of jelly that I'm shooting on my 16-35 instead of my 24-70, because usually I like doing everything on this lens. But I'm shooting the video, I have to shoot on something else. And I'm currently shooting on the Sony FX3. If you guys want to know more about that, I have another video coming soon about the camera itself. I actually want to do more and more videos on it, more and more shoots on it before I actually make a review on it. I know I'm a little late, but it's the FX3, man. It's a dream camera. You can't just buy that right away. I just bought it. It took me some time. It's my favorite camera though. Other than my a7 IV, it's my favorite camera. All right, so going more into the camera. So when I hook it up to the a7 IV, the body, it fits really well. I don't have one of the newer, smaller cameras I had in the past, the a7C II, and I don't see it being paired too well, but on something like this, it pairs perfectly. I got this because I wanted a very all-around versatile zoom lens, but I didn't want to pay the price of what the Sony offerings had. Basically, they had a 24-70 Mark II G lens, which looks amazing. No doubt about it, it's gonna shoot really good and shoot very good quality video and photos, but I didn't want to pay that price. It was almost, if not more than the price of my a7 IV. So no, man, I can't do that right now. But if you shoot professionally, you can justify that, that's great. But a lot of us just ain't gonna do that. Now, trust me, I'm not opposed to splurging on gear. I've been known to buy a bunch of shit. I mean, it is what it is. But this lens here absolutely substitutes that lens. I've watched tons of, I'm not gonna do a crazy side-by-side because I don't have the G lens, but I've watched a lot of videos. I've seen a lot of Reddit reviews. This thing has almost the same quality as the Sony G lens. Granted, the Sony G lens does have, I'm sure, better glass and probably a little bit more autofocus because it is native to the Sony cameras. But for what you get and the price, this thing's listed at like $1,100. I could be wrong. I'll list the right price somewhere around here if I'm wrong. And that's a little less than half of what the Sony lens is. And I'm telling you, this thing shoots beautiful pictures, beautiful video. Let me show you guys. And I'm shooting all this in 24/7. What can you say about the Sigma that isn't great? Well, let's start off with one thing. It is heavy. It is heavy. That's the only thing I will say that this lens is, but you get so much for the price, and the materials really justify the weight because it is heavy, but this thing is solid. I mean, it's built like a tank, man. I mean, it just all around, it's meaty. It's not too girthy though. It's not that bad, but it is a little heavy. And after a while, I could see it being a problem, but honestly, I've never had a problem where I feel like it's too heavy. But I do see that being a problem for others. And depending on your camera body, if your camera body is too small, then it definitely will off-weight it by a lot. And occasionally, depending on how I sit my camera or how quickly I place the A7 IV down, it will cause my A7 IV to tilt over a little bit. So that's one thing. It is a little heavy, especially front heavy, because that's where all the zoom's at, right? So it is a little heavy, but for the price, you really can't beat it. I mean, I got a lens cover on here right now. I got a V&D filter, so you can't see the glass, but man, this glass is beautiful when it is visible. I don't feel like unscrewing that, but you get the picture. It's a pretty sweet lens, and the features are amazing. Video shoots really good, photo shoots really good. That weight might be a problem for those that are doing long shoots. For me, it's not that bad. I know cameras are heavy. I know bodies are heavy. This is just a lens that does everything for you, so it's not going to be shorter. So maybe if the length bothers you, also maybe get a different lens. Also, if the weight bothers you, maybe go for a different lens. But if you're like me and you're trying to do content creation, you're trying to shoot photos, you're trying to make videos, and you want to try to do it at the best budget possible, then this lens is absolutely perfect. I think it's a must-have lens for someone that does a lot of like photography, outdoor photography. You could use it for portraits. I have. It takes pictures of my kids and wife very good. I've actually shot some realtor shoots with this lens, and everybody really likes it. Everything comes out nice and crispy, and it picks up light very well. It's pretty good at nighttime as well. I mean, I can just go on and on. I just want to make a quick video to show you guys what I thought about it. I got it around last year when it released, not too long after it released, and I wanted to make a video right then and there, but I feel like I didn't have enough time with it. I didn't have enough shoots with it, but now I do, and I want to just let everybody know how awesome of a camera this is. So with that being said, guys, that's all I got. This was supposed to be a quick little review for you guys. I can't say it enough. Go and get this lens. It pairs perfectly with the A7 IV, and all the other alpha bodies will pair just as fine. I use it on the FX3, and on the FX3, it's awesome. It just honestly perfect for the FX3. Oh, it made it better for me, which you really can't do, is if it was like a digital zoom, where like my FX3 has a rocker zoom where you can just zoom in with it, and I have a lens on it right now that does that. But this lens all manual, so really I wouldn't be able to get that with this lens unless it would be. I just don't think it would happen because of the weight and stuff. But all around, great lens, built really nice. It looks amazing. And guys, go and get it. Let me know what you think. Are you choosing this over the Sony G lens? I know I did. Peace.